Look at all that dry grass and weeds. It's been a dry late summer. The month of August normally gets about 3/4 of an inch of rain here. We got 1/4 inch of rain. And that has resulted in turn in weather that's a little colder and hotter both at the same time. Now these tomatoes here, they need some water. I'm not too concerned about it because, well, they're not even blooming. And it almost froze a couple times, and you know, we got one little green tomato there, but other than that, these aren't producing anything, so I don't know that I'll even bother watering them now. And I can't really water these plants very well because there's too much dirt. I can't puddle it in here, so I got to do something different there. The watermelon, you know, it didn't do anything, and I really didn't expect it to, and I need to plant it earlier in the season and water it better and stuff. The gourd plants did great, and you know, if we weren't a few days away from freezing, I would be worried about these too. But you know, I got a little gourd there. I planted one of each type of gourd that I had seed for in here, and you know, if I had more growing season, they'd be okay because I got blooms here. But yeah, I'll probably water these anyway. But you know, you see this here? That's not bug damage. That's deer damage. I've been told by a number of people that deer do not eat tomato plants. Well, guess what? They are wrong. See, with all that dry grass out there, all the food supply for the deer has pretty much dried up and disappeared. So whether they find these tomatoes, if we go around the perimeter here, you find that, see, I don't know if they eat that, but you know, they ate the top right off of this one. They ate some of this one, I think. And you know, the ones that are the second tire in, they are not eaten. So apparently they don't like going in between the tires. If we go up here to the cayenne pepper plants, it looks like they ate a little bit here and figured out, you know, they don't like cayenne pepper plants. So they left them alone, which is good because I've got lots of cayenne peppers here. And you know, this plant here, this poor plant, this is my oldest plant, my most successful seed plant, and it was loaded with green tomatoes. And I was wondering, okay, is it going to freeze before they turn red or not? Well, it doesn't really matter because the deer came and ate all the tomatoes and then ate the plant. And kind of reached in here and chewed on this plant too. But again, they don't want to go in deeper than that. The grape tomato, the limbs that are hanging down here got, you know, the stuff knocked off from them, which is a problem. We're going to have to do something different here with grape tomatoes because, you know, there again, I've got a lot of green tomatoes, got Of this garden is going to be planted in cayenne pepper, which apparently they think is nasty and inedible. And all these inner tires are going to have the other stuff. That, and I'm going to see if I can't fix this stupid fence. It's been a mess since I put it in. It's got the wrong insulators. It's just got a whole bunch of issues, which I think are fixable. It's just not working. And you know, these things, these onions, one, the stalks do not cook soft, and they have no flavor at all. So what we're going to do, we're just going to pull them out, and we'll go use them as mulch for the trees, which are also having problems. I mowed this area because I need to put raspberries in there, and I need to know what to fix before we get the raspberries. So here's the tree line. I've been busy over here. Lots of mulch. Got this free grass mulch. See this lilac? These lilacs, they were over at the other end of the property for 10 years. The deer didn't touch them. What happens? Deer eats them like the second week they're here. They also chewed on the honey locust some. So I got to do something with about the deer. This is strategic mulch. It's not got a lot of organic matter on it, but it's got these seed pods, and this is vetch. And if I can get any of the seeds to grow, I'll have lots of vetch. And vetch is a nitrogen fixer, which will make the soil richer, and it needs richer soil here badly. See, there's some insect damage here, but the tops are all eaten off by deer. So deer have to be stopped. I've got a row of trees down both sides. I've been grabbing pieces of wood, tree limbs, more tree limbs and wood and grass clippings and vetch and leaves as I can get them. And I'm just piling it on the dirt here because I need organic matter badly, because it just dries out if I don't. See, this is just sand and gravel, lots of gravel in fact. So I'll get more mulch and dump it on here, or maybe some tree limbs, and there again more deer damage. I'll show you why the deer, beyond the fact that there's just no food out here all of a sudden for the deer. Let me show you over here by this tree. That's because right here is where a deer sleeps at night. If you go over to those trees, the close ones, the little ones, they have the same thing. We have deer camping out here in the houses just over there. Deer have no fear of us. And they just walk in here at night and eat our stuff. So I've got to put up a fence, or I'm not having a garden. It's just simple as that. Well, back to work, I guess. Well, it finally happened. Here it is, September 11, 2012. And what you're looking at here is frost damage. We had our first frost of the year. And didn't just barely freeze, no, it hit 24 degrees. So I know a lot of time in the permaculture circles, they talk about you know, nudging the temperature up just a hair around your garden to prevent early frosting. Well, when you got a nice stiff wind blowing and it's 24 degrees, you're not going to budge the temperature anywhere. It's just plain going to get cold and everything's going to die. which is exactly what happened. And man, the deer really tore that up. You know, even though it hit 24 degrees, we got zero frost on the ground, except over here where I watered the grass mulch heavily, because there's no water in the ground to generate the frost. So yeah, even though it was 24 degrees, it could easily get into the 60s today. So maybe even 70, because it's so dry, there's no temperature moderation happening.